fertilize more often. Don't use water-soluble foods, especially with these big things like Miracle-Gro. Don't use that. That's the worst stuff ever. In fact, if you've got it in the garage, just throw it away. It's not going to nothing but hurt you. It's salt in liquid form. You see it build up in the containers. You'll see this white cake buildup that shows up if you're using that on your pots. And so it does nothing but do that in your soil as well. And it's water soluble, so most of it flushes away before the plant can actually absorb it, especially big plants. So you really want to use a granular type of food, and you want it to be time released. So if you're using synthetics, let's say if you're going to use Scott's and some of those things, you want it to say time released. It'll be a little more expensive because it's encapsulated in silicone, so it releases over a longer period of time. You need something that releases a little bit every time it gets rained on or watered. That's the goal over like a 3-4 month period. If you do that, you get tremendous growth. For me, I want to change my customers over to organics because we're all dealing with groundwater. We're all drinking well water, all of us. If you've ever been in a well, which I've been on many, many wells, you're always thinking, I don't want to poison my well, I don't want to poison my well. I've got the influence over the community where I sell truckloads of fertilizer. I don't want synthetics out there, I want organics. The difference with organics, and here's one we make, all-purpose plant food. This is going to be hard for you doctors, not so much doctors, nurses, accountants, bookkeepers, engineers, you folks, the numbers people. You folks get off on the numbers, you're thinking bigger is better. We're also Americans. 21.44 is better than 7.44. Not so with organics. Organics, it's all about the time release. So set a lower number with an organic that releases over a real long period of time. The plant actually has time to pick up all that food. So a lot of the synthetics, they get flushed out. They're there. It was there, but most of it's lost. The plant's never even accessed by the plant. It just flushes out, gets washed in the groundwater, down the stream or some other place. This main ingredient is cottonseed meal. Rosarians, cottonseed meal is what you use to lower the pH, make the roses more fragrant, brighter color, bigger flowers. That's what you use. Also got some bird guano. I put fairy dust in here, iron, sulfur, all that stuff. But it really works. But you're going to use this more often. If you're going to really push the growth, I would say you need to use it at least 3 times a year. It's going to be by holidays. You want to write these down. Easter, you want to use it at the 4th of July, Independence Day, and about Halloween. If you're doing that, I would use it at that frequency until I got that plant up to size that I wanted. And it'll really grow. If you're doing that with this food, it'll rock and roll. I mean, it will be up to size immediately.
I'll give a personal testimony. I've been using that faithfully for the last 4 years, just twice a year, spring and fall.
Sure.
And it's made such a phenomenal
Good.
difference.
Yeah, thank you for that. So did you hear over there? She said it really, really works. It does actually work because I used to be the largest Scott's dealer in the state. That's Turf Builder and all that stuff. Then I switched because I went to the box stores. And they just got too big. They're just so arrogant. They drive me crazy. And then I went to Fertilizing, and they're more of a Texas-based, they're smaller, family-owned company. But they were mainly doing East Coast mixes, so they put a lot of lime in their fertilizers. Lime, you never want to use lime here. It raises the pH. We already have very alkaline water. And so I asked them if they'd make a Southwest mix. And I had enough influence, I could do that. And they said, we're not doing that for you. So I went, so fine. So I went off and made my own because I know people. So this is made down at Casa Grande. I knew a guy that was making fertilizer for golf courses. I said, well, I know what my recipe is. Could you put this together for me? And so we took the lime out. We put the cottonseed meal in and the sulfur, which makes things more acidic. And that's why it works so well. Cottonseed meal does the sulfur and a little bit of iron and some stuff. Really makes a difference on fertilizers. Thank you for that.